Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Rishi Harinan, and this is the C News Report at noon. Topping the news at this time, the Ministry of Health says efforts are far advanced to operationalize the Couva Children's Hospital during 2018. In a statement, the ministry noted, despite being commissioned in 2015, the facility was still a construction site and therefore unfit for occupation. Construction was only completed in July 2016. The ministry assured the public that children continue to receive care at the Wendy Fitzwilliams Pediatric Hospital, which is only 70% occupied. Police are investigating another murder following a shooting incident in San Juan this morning. According to reports, Shadiq Sam was at his Hillview Road Piti Curake home at around 7 a.m. when he was attacked by a gunman. Sam attempted to escape his attacker but was fatally shot. He collapsed in his neighbor's yard where he died. Police are seeking a motive for the killing. Government is taking a hands-off approach to recent allegations about Chief Justice Ivor Archie and the security arrangements for judges. At Thursday's post-cabinet briefing, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Stuart Young, made it clear that it is not time for their intervention. He said while the Law Association is calling for the Chief Justice to respond to the allegations, government will not get involved.
So whilst they made a call for the Chief Justice to respond, they said claims are unsubstantiated. So what exactly is it for consideration by the government at this stage, understanding very carefully that the framers of the Constitution demarked expressly a separation of powers? There's absolutely nothing for us to look at this stage.
A new project is looking at getting youth away from crime by bringing the story of reformed offenders who have started afresh with their own lives. Tima Solwazi says this journey of change was born out of the desire to help youngsters.
To kind of bring an awareness to crime and violence and making wrong choices, but also to address the current Rasta City / Muslim City war that is engulfing our young men throughout the East-West corridor as far as Central. Right? So we've been to schools, we've been to 20 schools, North, West, Central and South, and one community.
Along with other mentors, work with the schools sharing their stories of crime days, failure, wrong choices into success. Stacey Ann Beckel says they are working to help these young people make wise choices.
You encounter a lot of pain, a lot of anger, a lot of hurt amongst our young ladies and the young men, but the young men more gravitate to Tima and Gary, whereas the young ladies, they come to me with several personal issues that if it's not nipped in the bud from now, along the way we will see some sort of rise in crime even more amongst our young ladies, because abuse is very serious among the young ladies we will encounter.
Some of the children they meet have lost parents to crime or incarceration, and they gravitate to the group because they feel a sense of likeness. The group says that the youth may be in situations where they have made big mistakes or circumstances have forced them into situations that are difficult. Mr. Solwazi says at first there is resistance to them, but then things smooth out.
I represent now
authority.
Who's you?
Yeah.
You want to come and talk to me now. So, but it don't last so long, right? Because after CCC, they will come around us and, talk to us. But you will get that sense. And then when the ice is broken, they are children. No matter how they are perceived as terrible or what, at the end of the day, these are children longing and hoping and wanting someone to be in their lives.
He says the male role model is essential, and it's something their group provides, along with a sense of balance with the mother and father who are being represented. To some other news now. Remembering those who have died or have been disfigured for life because of a car accident. That's what Harold Roster of Arrive Alive says World Remembrance Day is about.
World Remembrance Day is United Nations sponsored. On November the 19th, in Trinidad and worldwide, we are going to be at the QRC grounds. And the plans are that we are going to assemble and we're going to have tents and we're going to have people explaining road safety to the public.
He says statistics for road deaths have improved with less accidents occurring over time.
We have had reductions every year because of the enforcement and driver education. We have seen reductions in accidents. What has also been introduced is the DUI class for offenders, both in San Fernando and Port of Spain by Arrive Alive, where the offenders and their families are welcome to come in, to spend time with us. We go through road safety, we understand all the statistics.
Mr. Roster says they are hoping for some changes in policies, focusing on introducing new drivers to better driving skills. He says after a person gets a license, they don't really look at the regulations again. But road safety, he says, should be taught. Mr. Roster says World Remembrance Day is a worldwide phenomenon, assisting families who have suffered from road accidents. It began in 2011, and this year in TNT, the celebrations will take place at QRC with both a walk and cycle event. This is the C News Live report at noon. Remember, you can keep up to date with all the latest news on our website at ctvtt.com, or you can check out our Facebook and Twitter pages at C News Live. Ten months after his passing, John Sabga's wife has launched the John E. Sabga Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer in a bid to contribute to finding a cure for the disease, which claimed the renowned businessman's life at age 56. The foundation was launched last evening on World Pancreatic Cancer Day, with pancreatic cancer being recognized as the third highest cause of cancer-related deaths in the world. There is urgent need for more clinical research in the area to improve detection and treatment. Natalie Sabga is hoping the new study in her husband's honor will aid the research process.
Funds for the John Sabga study. A study that we know will reward us with answers to this disease in pursuit for a cure and better treatment options for our nation, for the rest of the world, and for our future generations.
The foundation will work in collaboration with Translational Geonotics Research Institute of the United States. TGen's physician-in-chief, Professor Daniel Von Hoff, says while the disease is a tough one, he is confident it can be survivable.
Behind curing this disease. Looking forward to the things we'll be doing together. It's going to be in three major areas. One is to try to help people who already have the disease.
Now for the weather for the period this afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, generally sunny conditions expected. However, there is a likelihood of the brief shower over few areas. Seas are slight, occasionally normal, with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters, and they're calm in sheltered areas. It's a battle of the saints in this year's North Zone Intercol series, with both the St. Mary's College and St. Anthony's College earning identical 2-1 victories over Fatima and QRC respectively. St. Mary's had their revenge over Fatima for a 5-0 drubbing in the league earlier in the season, but had to work hard for their success at the stadium. Fatima took the lead midway through the first half of this specifically delivered free kick by Joshua Wilson, but St. Mary's were right back in the game before the half, where Terry Spicer managed to lift the ball over the advancing keeper Jacob Camacho. St. Mary's would eventually find the winner in the second half. Fatima custodian Jacob Camacho, for all his hard work to keep his team in the game, could do nothing to keep out this deflection of a Gabriel Nanton shot, who won St. Mary's in the end. But that's it for sport. But that brings us to the end of the C News report at noon. Remember, for up-to-date and breaking news throughout the day, visit the C News website at ctvtt.com. I'm Rishi Harinanan. Have a good afternoon.